Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. After a long hiatus, Sri T.G. Mohandas of Kerala, also called as the Subramanian Swami of Kerala, is joining us. We're going to talk about an issue, the Vizhinjam Port, the protests. Is it a mirror of what used to happen in Kudangulam or the Sterlite Corporation in Thoothukudi? There are parallels that are being drawn by some people, but what really is the truth? To find out all this, let's invite our guest of the evening, T.G. Mohandas ji. Mohandas ji, namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskaram. After a long time, I am joining you.
Yes, Mohandas ji. So I have read a little bit about what is happening in Vizhinjam Port. Now, this, for those viewers who don't know where Vizhinjam is, it is close to the city of Thiruvananthapuram, and evidently many fishermen who used to call Thiruvananthapuram home used to come to this area to do fishing. They say about 2,000 to 3,000 fishing boats could be commonly seen. But now, with the deep sea international port under development in Vizhinjam, they are afraid that their livelihood may be affected. So this appears to be the crux of the problem, and then protests started, and then the reason churches got involved, according to the news that I am reading so far, is that most of the fishermen happen to be Christian. Well, whether this is true or not, whether there is a pattern here, we can all talk about this, but let us listen to the person who's on the ground. Mohandas ji, take it away, sir.
See, what you said about Vizhinjam is only partially true. The Vizhinjam project was a result of a public campaign, chiefly which was done by Surya TV, which is owned by Marans in Chennai. But
Sun TV,
I don't
Surya TV, I understand.
Yeah, it's a brother of Sun TV. So, Surya TV, there was a program. I don't think Surya TV management is involved, but there was a capsule program conducted by one Mr. Elias George. He continuously made a series on the prospects of Vizhinjam to become a great international container port. And it picked up momentum when the mainstream media, newspapers, they also picked it up. And everybody thought that heavens are going to come down. And see, overnight Kerala is going to be the hub of the world container traffic. That was the campaign. Everybody joined that. And you know, the most important personality was our great singer Yeshudas. Yeshudas, before that or after that, did not take part in any campaign. He was keeping himself aloof from every social or political issue, and he was concentrating on his music. Probably that is the reason why he could excel in his music. But these people were clever enough to drag Yeshudas also. So when Yeshudas started campaigning for this, then people really thought that it's a great project. That is how it started, and the government also caved in. It was the Women Chandi government which floated the tender. They got 3 tenders. 2 tenderers withdrew from this, and only 1 tenderer was remaining. That was Adani Ports Limited. Now, Adani was also planning to withdraw, but then government changed. LDF government came. They persuaded him, "Bhaiya, kuch karo, you are the only savior of Kerala," etc. Finally, Adani said, "Okay, I need such and such acres of land, which I'll develop as a tourist village, because basically the project is not financially viable. At least for 10 or 18 years, it is not going to be commercially viable. So how do you make your money? So you have to have a big tourist complex, wherein he knows how to bring tourists, and Vizhinjam is that way beautiful sea coast." And that was also agreed by government of Kerala, and the project was handed over to Adani. Then, as what happens in India everywhere, there were protests that we'll be losing our fishing rights, this, that. People went to National Green Tribunal in GT. After that, they came to Kerala High Court. Finally, they went to Supreme Court. Two fishermen went to Supreme Court, but they were financed by this Latin Catholic Church. Because if church goes to Supreme Court, they will ask, who are you? What is your locus standi? So two fishermen were put in front, and behind the curtain, Latin Church was operating. They lost the case because Supreme Court decided that sufficient environmental precautions are taken so the project can take off. And the project took off. And for the project, maximum land was given by non-Christians, that is Hindus and one or two Muslims. Christians were very less. Hindus gave the land and they were repatriated elsewhere. Not fully, still their grievance is pending. And the project started, everything goes well. Even the Latin Church started supporting the project. Things were moving in a good manner. Around 70 to 75% work is over. Now, what happened was, this port is not a natural port as it was perceived to be. You have to construct a dam sort of thing which will be protruding into the sea for around 3 kilometers of length. You might have seen the bird's eye view of Madras port. You will see two horns like bridges, inside which the ships enter, where the sea is peaceful, so that you can load and unload. This situation is not there in Vizhinjam. Vizhinjam have only one horn, only one bridge. That was sufficient for keeping the sea peaceful, calm. Now, sea has its own behavior. Now, out of these 3 kilometers, they have completed 2 or 2.5 kilometers. Now, the sea started behaving in a strange manner that towards the north of this, dam, the sea started advancing. And towards the south of the dam, the sea started receding. So what happened towards the south of this project? Kilometers and kilometers of land became vacant because sea was receding. Let's say I'll name only one village, that is Pulvala. So many villages are there, but that doesn't convey anything to the viewers. Now, Pulvala is a village where the sea has receded. Now, what happened to the people there, fishermen there? They cannot do fishing because they were using these Chinese nets to fish. Now, Chinese net is a stationary thing, which is a big net fixed on a structure. You have to lower it down and then lift it so that you get some fish. So what happened? All these Chinese net went redundant, useless. Now, some compensation was worked out and given to them. The northern side, what happened? The world famous Shankumugham beach, it was almost fully taken over by sea. Sea was advancing. Now there is hardly 1 or 2 meters width of beach in Shankumugham. Public is prohibited from going to Shankumugham beach. I used to go there when I was a student in Trivandrum Engineering College. It was a very good beach. Only thing, it is a bit unpredictable, so you have to be very careful. Unexpected high waves may come. There are lifeguards also there. So you have to be careful, but it was a good beach. Now it is no more. Last time, when Hindus went there for, Vavu Bali, every year they do Tarpanam for their forefathers at Shankumugham beach. There was a ban by district collector saying that you cannot enter the beach. Now, there was a minor agitation, but administration was tough. They said it is dangerous. Now it is hardly 2 or 3 meters of beach. You cannot enter the beach. Police was deployed there, and the people have to disperse, go elsewhere to do the Tarpanam. This is happening at Shankumugham. Now there is a point, there is a merit in what these fishermen are saying, because the people who have given land to the project, they have been compensated. But what about the consequential damages? This is a new thing happening in our project, that because of the project, somebody who is far away from the project is being affected in both ways. Sea erosion as well as sea is withdrawing. Both these are not conducive for fishermen. But they are staying 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers away from the project. So they are not getting any compensation because you have not lost your land due to the project. So government started saying that this is an international global phenomena. Sea will come in and go out. What we can do, we cannot compensate for that. Now the poor fishermen argue that all this is because of this project. The project is affecting northern coast, sea is advancing, and southern part sea is receding, which you can see with your eyes. So what they are demanding is, please stop the project and conduct a fresh environmental study and see what solution can be made. Now, I have consulted few of my environmental friends who know what is what. They said that this will happen. This has happened everywhere. And there is a standard solution for this. You have to invest more money, construct this type of bridges or protruding dams at a particular distance, and then protect the area. That is the only way you can preserve your shore. And it is a slow process. It might take 1 year or 2 years to stabilize it, so that you need not abandon the project, and your fishermen also will be in safety. But then nobody listens to, sane advice nowadays. Everything is politics. So then Latin Church has to interfere, because it is their people who are suffering, not because of the project, but because of the consequences of the project. This is the situation. Now, as a rule, a legal position on this is that consequential damages cannot be compensated. Now, imagine you are driving a car. Suddenly, your wheel gets disconnected, and it goes and hits a glass, and the glass breaks. You are supposed to compensate for the glass, but the tire doesn't stop there. It deflects and goes and hits a human being walking in the footpath. Now that human being cannot be compensated. This is what is called consequential damage. So the first damage will be compensated, but the consequent damages will not be compensated. Therefore, government says that there is no provision to give any compensation to you. It is a natural phenomena, global phenomena. Everywhere it is there. You have to suffer. You kept your residences there, and it is being taken away by sea. What can we do? Now, if this is not acceptable, neither understandable to the fishermen, because they feel that their livelihood will be threatened, if not now, in future. And they are not ready to take any lump sum amount. What they say is, you cannot compensate us by giving a lump sum amount, because we are losing our recurring income. Recurring income cannot be compensated by a lump sum amount. This is the real complication. Now, any project in India will be resisted by people, because people are unsettled. You know, you want to change your residence, go to some other place 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, or 10 kilometers away is a disturbance. Therefore, people will resist. And this resistance will be converted as an anti-national activity by, if I borrow the term of our Prime Minister, they are Andolan Jivis. No, Andolan Jivis just jump into any agitation against any project whatsoever, small or big or whatsoever. Therefore, Medha Patkar came to Vizhinjam, and recently our that hero, who is that one more Andolan Jivi is there, internationally famed. I'm not getting.
Using Prakash Raj. Prakash Raj.
No. He was a cephalogist initially. Now he interferes with everything.
Yogendra Yadav.
Yogendra Yadav. Yeah, that is. He is the great spoiler everywhere. Yogendra Yadav also came there. He addressed the meeting. He is a VIP. He is the darling of every Malayalam channel. So a big coverage was given to him. And that raised a doubt in the minds of honest citizens of the country that this is being foreign funded. And a video also came where one of the leaders of the striking people, he is making a speech, openly says that we got such and such crores from Gulf countries, and here is a man who has brought that money. He will hand over the check now, or rather he has handed over it already, something like that. That video was not shown by mainstream media, but social media, it was viral. Still, the government was silent. Government thought by closing their eyes, they can somehow go through the issue. But that was not to happen, because Latin Church was, their main constituency is fishermen. So they cannot disown their own people. And these fishermen are highly sensitive. Once they are in an agitative mood, nothing short of a gun will stop them. Vizhinjam and nearby places where Muslims are in majority, Christians are in majority, Hindus are in majority, all these places, especially where Christians are majority, Muslims are majority, so many firings in the history has taken place. Maximum people killed in a single firing was number 6. They were fishermen. This is the nature of those fishermen. I'm not blaming them. It is by nature they are very rough and tough, because they are fighting with the sea every day. And they were the saviors when there was in 2018, there was big floods in Kerala. These fishermen, taking their boats, they came to rescue the mainland people. Their dedication either way is commendable. Their spoiling potential is also very huge. Their helping potential is also very huge. So to control them, to control this volcano, only Latin Church knows that. If you travel further northwards, it is Muslim Mahal Committee. These Mahal committees are controlling the fishermen. There is no man's land in between. Our southern Kerala beaches are divided into 3, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, with no man's land in between. This is a fact you can verify. Kerala is trumpeting very big things about secularism, but the most religious fanaticism you can see in seashores of Kerala, where there is no man's land, because otherwise there will be clashes, and invariably you have to fire and kill somebody. And now this agitation is foreign funded is a fact. The video which went viral in social media is a fact. But Nobody will admit that. They can take genuine donations from abroad through FCRA Act. If there is an NGO, you can bring money from any country, but you have to satisfy the conditions of FCRA. You have to give statement to the RBI, and you can bring money. There is no ban in bringing foreign money. But foreign money, there are certain conditions for which purpose you are bringing this money. There starts the problem. Now today, NIA has started investigation. NIA first time officially came to the office of Vizhinjam police and started asking questions. Who are the people who are conducting this agitation? All sorts of inquiries are going on. NIA has not taken over any case, but they have started a preliminary inquiry. So it is clear that it is foreign funded. Now, why foreigners should fund this agitation? Now, people generally believe that if the Vizhinjam Port comes, it will defeat Qatar, it will defeat Abu Dhabi, it will defeat UAE, nothing like that. They are not afraid of your project. Nobody is afraid of your project, because your project itself is going to run in loss for at least 18 years, which on paper you have agreed that it is not financially viable. It may become viable after 18 years. That is your own calculation. Then why somebody should be fearing you? The only factor is that the forces which doesn't want an activity to be taken place anywhere in India, any activity, any project, that is to be spoiled. Therefore, they finance it. It could be George Soros, it could be Ford Foundation, it could be some Gulf-based institution. They want India to be in a boiled condition always. And that is what these Andolan Jivis also want. They are least bothered whether the fishermen are losing their income or not. They want unrest to prevail everywhere in India and say that the republic is in danger. You have to see how Yogendra speaks. The republic is in danger. The constitution is in danger. Democracy is in danger. Our legacy is in danger. Our history is in danger. Everywhere he sees danger, except in himself. In fact, he is the man who is dangerous to the society. So this narrative can be built up. You finance every agitation in India, good or bad. You finance it and keep India under unrest. This is what is happening at Vizhinjam. Now, I am also of the opinion that the project is not such a big boon to the state. But having completed 75%, now abandoning the project is unacceptable. You complete the project. Now you tell me, Vizhinjam is around 7 kilometers, or someone says 4 kilometers. You know, there are 14 websites on Vizhinjam Port. 14 websites. Whom to believe? Someone says there is 40 meters depth. Someone says there is 10 meters depth. I don't know what is the fact. I cannot go under the sea and measure it. So all these things are there. And they say this is a challenge to 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗. So Sri Lanka is creating problem. 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗𝙗 is almost on the side of international sea route. Just 1 kilometer from international sea route. 𝙒𝙗𝙗𝙗 is a huge project which was offered to India by Sri Lanka. We denied and they gave it to China. Yes, sir. You wanted to say something. I'm unable to listen to you.
I apologize. I had muted myself.
Yeah.
When you are going full flow on Yogendra Yadav, I mean, if he were to be on this session today, he would be saying, "देखो मोहनदास जी, ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन खतरे में है, भारत खतरे में है, हर एक नागरिक की जीवन खतरे में है." You know, it was just running in my mind. He has this very persuasive style of speaking, but the man has, he has his backers from abroad. Mohandas ji, I just want to add one little thing to you, what you're saying. India is now embarking into a new field of business that is called as refining. In refining, what happens is crude comes to India. Within 4 weeks, it refines it and sends it back to the place from where the crude came, or to somebody else where the company says, okay, you refine the oil and give it to somebody else. So for doing this, you have to have, coast-based refineries and also have ports that can take these huge oil tankers. Today, India has a few such things, but that may not be enough. This is maybe the reason why they are trying to develop Vizhinjam also, because only India has the expertise to do the refining. Sri Lanka doesn't have that. Maybe if Adani, gets pushed too hard here, he might just go and do it in Sri Lanka and bring all his expertise to do a refining there and send it out. So there is a economic loss also to the country if this is allowed to go for too long. I just wanted to give my 2 cents. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, let us see if there is a merit in your argument. If I presume there is a merit, in that case, why don't we use Cochin Port? You have an international container transshipment terminal, which is owned by DP World. DP World is number 2 in port operating in India. Number 1 is Adani. Number 2 is number 2 is DP World. That's a Dubai company, Dubai Port World. DP World is having like this. All sorts of trumpeting was done in 90s, and finally the port came into existence in 2007. Manmohan Singh dedicated it to the nation, and it is doing meager business. And Kochi, you have a refinery also. You have Cochin refinery. So if your theory was true, I mean, I'm taking it at face value. They could have done it at Cochin. Why they are going to Trivandrum, to the southernmost tip? See, you cannot have this port like boat jetties, you have Kandla. Then
I have the answer for you, sir. I have the answer for you.
Yes, tell me.
So, you remember you said that it was the Kerala government that went to Adani saying that please do this thing for us. We want to have this thing done. It is Adani who also has a refinery business. If he's going to build a port, why is he going to take his refinery business and take it to Cochin, sir? He will want to do it on his own because he wants to guarantee that after 10 to 18 years that this thing becomes a profitable entity. There are lots of, and the refining thing that you said, see, there are different types of crude, Mohandas ji. Refining facility may not be able to handle the newer types of crude that is coming in. See, this is a slightly different business, Mohandas ji. Why I'm saying that is, you have to take a step back. If you will allow me, I'll give you a little bit of idea.
Yeah.
There are different types of crude. Sweet crude, sour crude, and there is 3 or 4 grades of sweetness and sourness. What is sweet crude? A crude that does not have a lot of sulfur in it. Anytime sulfur gets mixed in the crude, it becomes sour. And the amount of mixing, not just sulfur, but other components, makes it more. So there are like 5 or 6 gradations. I'm doing mota. Please don't tell me, oh, you got it wrong. There are 12 grades, but you only said 6. Look, I'm giving you the 20,000 foot level picture here. An existing refinery may not be able to get in crude, refine, send out the refined product. You may need a new set of, he has to invest in a refinery also. I'm just saying that this is one possibility. I'm not saying he's doing this. All I'm saying is if he was going to do this, because the refinery itself may have to be constructed, but there is big bucks in this. There's big bucks in this. India is getting at 40% discount crude from Russia. 40% today. In fact, India's number 1 crude exporter is Russia today. Last 2 months or so. But that crude is different from what they were getting from Iraq, which was sweet crude. Iran was also fairly sweet crude. Saudi also is fairly sweet crude, but Russian crude is different. So your process itself changes. All I'm trying to say is this is a viable business for India. Like pharma, the next big deal is this refining. Mark my words, in 5-10 years, if India takes to the next level in terms of GDP, it would be because it is able to churn out in 4 weeks, take crude in, give refined product to anywhere in the world. That kind of stuff, because South Korea, Japan, all these countries will take it from India because India is not seen as a predator, which is what China is seen as. So I'm just giving you the geopolitical effects of what India is trying to do. Anyway, sorry to take a segue. That is probably the reason why Adani wants to keep that thing to himself. I can't blame him, sir. I mean, it's his business after all.
Yeah, okay. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is not our mainstream subject.
Yes.
But still, I would add something to what you said. The port in Kandla, Gujarat, you have refineries. In Mumbai, you have refineries. In Mangalore, you have refineries. In Cochin, you have refinery. Then go to the eastern coast. In Visakhapatnam, you have refinery. In Calcutta, you have refinery. But in Vizhinjam, you have never thought of any refinery at all. What Adani demanded was, give me additional land for tourist resort, tourism complex and township. This is what he said. He could have equally argued for a refinery. I need 100 acres, 200 acres for a refinery because this project is not going to be viable. I'll do it some other manner. Anyway, that is not our main thing. What I am trying to say is that the agitation now is in the hands of Andolanjivis. Latin Church has miserably failed in the agitation. Their leadership doesn't know what to do now, how to go about. That is why there is a deadly silence for past 2 days. Now, how to go about the whole thing? They have to save their face also. They have to get something from the government. And Pinarayi Vijayan is not in a mood to compromise at all. Now, it will be an abject surrender to the Latin Catholic Church. Now, here comes the reason for the mutiny in Congress. Everybody feels that why Shashi Tharoor is unnecessarily creating problem in Congress. You know, he is trying to lodge himself as a Kerala leader, probably the future CM, whatever it is. Now, fact is that he is the 3-time MP from Trivandrum, in which this Vizhinjam is also falling. He has never visited Vizhinjam. But Vizhinjam has crossed now 135 days of agitation. In this 135 days, Shashi Tharoor, the local MP, has not uttered a single word against or for the agitation. He is not speaking. But he is trying to migrate himself, relocate himself to some other constituency. That is why he is creating this problem. Because 3 times he has won in Trivandrum. The 4th time, it is logical that the Congress will shift the seat from Nair. Shashi Tharoor is a Nair basically. They will shift the seat to Latin Catholic. Because Latin Catholic base is also their base. UDF base, Congress base. So Latin Church will demand a candidate. They had not had 3 times, that means 15 years they have lost. Now they will say, they will ask for their pound of flesh. So Shashi Tharoor may not, or almost he will not get Trivandrum seat. What does he do? So he has to relocate himself, wherein he needs the support of Muslim League as well as tacit support of Kerala Congress also. This is what Shashi Tharoor is playing.
Look at 1 second, sir. 1 second, sir. 1 second, sir. Sorry to disturb you. Kerala Congress is essentially a Christian entity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell people who may not be aware. See, don't confuse Kerala Congress with Kerala State INC. That is different. This is different. Kerala Congress is a breakaway from the main Congress. In fact, there is a Kerala Congress variant which is also part of the Left Democratic Front, I think.
Yeah, true.
Right? So, okay, that's one thing.
Yes,
Second thing
yes.
is, I have seen some tweets from Shashi Tharoor about Vizhinjam sir in the recent past that I hope that everybody will see clear their way through this and that everybody gets their whatever wishes fulfilled. I have seen some tweets. So maybe we may not say that he has been completely away from Vizhinjam.
Yeah, see, wishing everybody well if he is not taking a stand on the issue. See,
So, so, some,
there are
hmm.
the
So
big
somebody has
agitations.
yeah. He
Yes.
says somebody is giving a rebuttal saying that he has visited Vizhinjam more than you, sir, and also saying that it is true that he gets a lot of Latin Catholic votes, so he visits there a lot. Anyway, so these are variations. I mean, we don't know, but I think this is side topic. Don't worry about it too much. Anuradha,
Anyway,
thank you for your information. So it doesn't. I mean, what your big picture is, you are trying to see. Shashi Tharoor is trying to see if he can get a safe seat. Go ahead, sir.
he is trying to relocate himself.
Yeah.
And consequential damage or whatever is there is happening in Congress. This is the political part of that. Even Congress has not taken a clear stand on Vizhinjam, leave alone Shashi Tharoor. Congress has not taken a clear stand on Vizhinjam. Are they standing with the agitations or not? You have to say yes or no. Or you can be in between also. There is a gray area in between, wherein people like me are standing, that if there are grievances for these people, list out the grievance, tell the government that this is what is to be done. You bring in environmental experts and ask them to study it. Okay, let the agitation continue, let the government do whatever they want to do, let the High Court do whatever they want to do. But you can conduct an independent study and come with a solution for that, which neither Congress is doing nor BJP is doing. Now, BJP is aligning with CPIM and they are agitating for the project. First time in the history of recent history of Kerala, BJP and CPM are together supporting the project. And that
It's
is
called
how all the
Adaninomics. Sir, it is called Adaninomics.
I will not make that comment. I am a stranger. I don't know who is Adani. Therefore, see, these people, you have to come with some concrete solutions. Anybody can agitate. You need 100 people to spoil a project. Only 100 people are required. Very, I mean, healthy 100 people can spoil a project. You will arrest them. After 10 days, they will come out. Then again, they will agitate. It will go on. You have to have a solid solution for the project. You cannot continue this uncertainty like this. Now, there is a genuine point. The people who have lost their land for the project are not in the agitation. People are coming from far away places, 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers away. But okay, why they are coming? Is there a reason for that? Now, or is it a stage show by Andolan Jivis, as is being projected by Pinarayi Vijayan's government nowadays? Now, today, the government has not officially, but unofficially through media, they have leaked the information that they have got the IB report that 9 people are working behind this agitation. There is a conspiracy, big conspiracy, etc., etc. Now, Latin Church also, they also say that there was a conspiracy on the part of the government and the police to create problem so that we are put in defensive. And they are challenging the government to conduct a judicial inquiry. This sort of, I mean, question and answers and challenges and responses are being done. Being a responsible party ruling at the center, my request is at least BJP should employ environmentalists and social impact studies to be made parallelly. Let it be handled by the government and the police. Okay, fine, whatever they want, let them do. But come with a concrete solution. You cannot use your muscle power. BJP plus CPM will be a very big muscle power. But then you cannot use it for constructive purpose. It will be destructive. 500 people fighting with 100 people, you may kill 100 people. But can you do a construction in that atmosphere? No. So therefore, what I am requesting is BJP should take a lead in giving constructive solution to the problem, so that they can gain their votes also. If you be honest with things. If there is Andolan GV, fine, you identify him and then arrest him. Use your NIA or ED, whatever you want, you use it and do it. But at the same time, do a good thing, a positive thing. Now, catching a thief is not a positive thing. It doesn't help you developing the society. But refining a man is a positive thing. So when you take negative action, it's good. Negative action is required. You have to curb this law and order situation. You have to use your iron hand to kill that agitation, violent agitation. But at the same time, do something creative, come with a creative solution, how to go about this. Now, Adani is enjoying his life. Adani went, day one, Adani went to High Court. Say that I am unable to proceed because police is not protecting me. In fact, he was protecting himself by avoiding the liquidated damages, which eventually may come on his head because of the delayed project. In every project, there will be a clause saying that if the project is delayed, for every day you have to pay this many rupees. So Adani wanted to preempt that. He went to Kerala High Court. He said, I am not being protected. Sufficient protection is not given. Court is also satisfied. Court is asking government of Kerala, shall we order for CRPF to be deployed there? Then government of Kerala says, no, we will handle it. Because for them it is trouble that they could not handle the situation and Central Reserve Police Force has to be sent. So the credit will go to Modi. This is their problem. And Modi also doesn't want to... Yes?
Frenemies. Friend and enemy, both.
Yeah. So Modi also doesn't want to put his head in this. You know what happened in High Court? In the High Court, Central Government Standing Council submitted that there is a committee. Let Government of Kerala make an application to the committee, and the committee will assess the situation and decide whether CRPF can be sent or not. So let Kerala government make an application. Now, making an application is infra dig for Kerala government. You made an application and a decision was taken on that. Therefore, you are responsible. This type of politics is going on. And now High Court has heavily come against the police, saying that you have miserably failed in controlling the situation. You file a detailed report. Court is also not going beyond that. Now, filing a detailed report doesn't mean anything. How many reports are there with High Court? So many reports are there. High Court is also hesitant to suo moto order movement of CRPF. Because once CRPF comes, the consequences will be very, very bad. Could be.
Such as?
We don't know.
Such as
firing on the people. Suppose they said the situation went out of control, we decided to fire. Okay, and 100 or 150 people are killed. Who will, handle that controversy? It will be very difficult. So, the court will be blamed at that time. You sent CRPF suo moto. Government of Kerala will say that we gave assurance to the court that give us some time, we will somehow control it. But the court didn't listen. Government of India will say that there is a committee sitting on our head. Unless the committee says We cannot send CRPF. It was the court which ordered, and we send that. So the court becomes responsible, which the court doesn't want to take that responsibility. So the government of Kerala, government of India, and Kerala High Court, three are trying to pass the bucks to each other. This is the situation. By God's grace, now it is peaceful because there is no activity going on. You bring one truck for restarting the project, and then you see how the people react. Now, probably Pinarayi Vijayan is waiting or giving some cooling time to the people, to the agitators, so that saner elements will prevail, or better sense will prevail, and the agitation will be withdrawn. Latin Church also, they are also tired of fighting the government. They also want to end it somehow without losing their face or without losing their constituency. This is the present situation at Vizhinjam.
Thank you so much, sir. Before I throw open the floor for questions from our viewers, one small observation I wanted to make. And see, India is lucky. India's coast doesn't have to have a seawall. If you look at Japan, and I've traveled Japan, almost the entire west coast of Japan has a seawall, about 10 feet tall, sir. Nobody gets to even look at the beach. And beyond that, there are all these concrete rocks. I don't know if you've been to Marine Drive in Mumbai. You can see that they have this huge concrete man-made blocks that you put to try and not let the sea to come in. That is how the entire west coast of Japan is. Because they have two problems, sir. One is earthquake, the other is tsunami. Earthquake gives rise to tsunami, and they want to make sure that their cities are protected. So the long and short of what I'm trying to say is, if there is a sea withdrawal at some place, they have to figure out a way to do that. Maybe pay for moving the nets further out into the sea so that the new place where the coast is now, the government can pay for that, right? What I'm saying is to make them, okay, so your livelihood can continue. We'll just move your Chinese nets to where the new coast is. I'm just throwing open some ideas. You can agree with me or disagree with me. All I'm trying to say is, let the people where they were finding their livelihood to find a new way to continue having their livelihood. That is my 2 cents, sir.
Yeah, thing is, now the project, the decision on the project is being taken by politicians. No expert is involved. I have heard so many solutions from politicians who regularly appear in TV debates. They make some suggestions are sensible, some are foolish also. But then you have to employ environmental experts, oceanographic experts who know what is what. They understand the sea, and take feedback from the fishermen also. You know, when the Pamban Bridge was spoiled, it was to be reconstructed. It was done by our Dr. E.
Sridharan, yes.
You know, what did Sridharan do? He went and met the fishermen on both sides and asked them, I want to reconstruct this bridge. How to do that? Can you help me? Then, you know, the local fishermen said, the parts of the old bridge that is there under the sea, you can lift it. You can use most of the parts. They are only washed away, not damaged. That was a good idea for Sridharan. That is how he could complete it in a record speed, because already prefabricated structures which were washed away in the waves were lying under the sea, which this fisherman knew. They told him, and he lifted it. And that is how this was admitted by Dr. Sridharan. He said, never
came on our
the
channel. I'm sorry, sir. He came on our channel. There's a 2-episode interview with Dr. E. Sridharan about this. Viewers, just go to PGurus channel and then search for Sridharan, and you'll know all about this. A fantastic story that he related, because he was a very young engineer at that point of time, and he talked about exactly what you said, sir. Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
Now, therefore, you should not shut your eyes or ears to the fishermen. They have a living experience for the past 75 years, 80 years. They know how their sea is going to behave. They call it Kadalamma, the mother sea. It is their mother.
Right.
So they take feedback from them also. Conduct a public hearing. All these things can take place. The only thing remaining is whether to keep the project suspended till you complete the study. This is the thing. Now, Latin Church says that you stop the project work and conduct the study. Government says that we are ready to conduct any study, but we will not stop the project. And in this tussle, you have already lost 135 days. Now, how many days you are going to lose? So, fine, you keep the project pending for another 15, 20 days, conduct the study. Calling the experts and conducting the study doesn't take much time. It's, see, experts know very well. So, it could be, everything could be wrapped up in another 21 days or so, and the project can restart. But I am also, I'm an engineer, but not a marine engineer or oceanographic engineer. But my common sense says that there will be a solution. This is not the first port which is being constructed in the world. All these problems might have taken place either in Chennai or in Visakhapatnam. All those old retired engineers, oceanographic people, everybody is available in India. Like, you know, what happened in Ramasetu. Dr. Kalyan Raman studied it. He is in Chennai. He gave all the inputs for why Ramasetu is to be preserved. So this type of retired people who are sufficiently experienced, their services can be requested, and they'll be happy to give their services free of cost, because it's a big stake. Crores and crores of rupees have already been spent on the project. The project cannot be abandoned now. It will be a foolish idea to abandon such a big project. So then you conduct the study. Okay, let the project be stalled for another 15, 20 days or 1 month. Heavens are not going to fall. So I think there is solution, but because of the political interest, because Latin Church is not under CPM. They never voted CPM. CPM wanted, CPM have no love lost for Latin Church. So they want to take a risk. BJP want to make an inroad into that area, because BJP never gets votes of Latin Church. Congress doesn't want to lose Latin Church base. These politics is taking the toll and spoiling the atmosphere. And the advantage goes to the Andolanjivis. They are spending money, they are creating further trouble, adding fuel to the fire. This job is done by people like Yogendra Yadav. Thank you.
Mohandas ji, Cochin is how far from Thiruvananthapuram or Vizhinjam exactly? 100 kilometers?
Maybe 150.
150 kilometers. So, if you have a deep international seaport in Kochi and that is only doing 8% business, what was the economic need to even think about having a port at Vizhinjam?
This is, you know, a big campaign. Big campaign was started. You know, see, who can rope in Yeshudas for their campaign? And you know the weight of Yeshudas in Kerala, because he is supposed to be unbiased, honest in his opinion. He confines himself to the music. This is the first time he is telling something on a particular project. So that carries weight. So everybody was under the impression that, we got a lottery. You construct a port in Vizhinjam, then Kerala will be Switzerland. This was the image which was created at that time. Now, who is going to listen to me? There was, you know, in fact, the Swadeshi Jagaran Manch, an RSS affiliate. They conducted a meeting in Trivandrum. They invited me to speak. They said, you seems to be against the project. I said, I'm not against the project, but it is not a viable project. That is my point. Now, can you come and openly say that? I said, yes, with available data, I can say that it is not viable. And becoming viable after 18 years, etc., is a very risky thing. You
Long
don't
haul,
know
right,
whether
right.
who is going to live in this world after 18 years, you don't know. Then they said, okay, done. I also agreed. Finally, one day ahead, they called me. They said, please don't come. If we speak against this Vizhinjam, there will be big problem. The whole will be attacked. That is the public mood. Nobody should speak against Vizhinjam. That was the atmosphere. You know, the same atmosphere was created in Mulai Periyar. Anybody who is saying that Mulai Periyar is as good as a new dam will be killed instantaneously. That was the situation in Kerala. You have to say that Mulai Periyar will burst, Mulai Periyar will burst. I was the man who said, no, it is not going to burst. I am an engineer. I am telling you, these are the facts. Supreme Court has found this. Tamil Nadu has done so many reinforcing job there. But still, no, I was attacked from left and right. This is, see, you talk sense. That is not acceptable for the public. The public go by propaganda. I'll not blame public because propaganda is done in a clever manner that all people, who knows what is a port and what is going to happen. So therefore, they go by persons who are speaking. Now, the man, Yogendra, you say, he know how to persuade people. Whatever falsehood he says, it looks like truth. This type of people, when they campaign, and that too when Yeshudas joins, and you know, when there was some fund shortage for Vizhinjam, some news came out, there is no proper funds are being given for Vizhinjam. Suresh Gopi, the star actor, now he is in
BJP.
In or out of BJP. I know him, he knows me. But he made a statement that Padmanabha gold, which is available with Padmanabha Swami temple, can be used for Vizhinjam project. That was his solution. Now, I will not blame him because he was misled to that extent. He is an honest man, Suresh Gopi. He honestly thought Yeshudas is not dishonest. He is an honest man, but he was made to believe this is going to bring big benefits. So all these people agreed. Who will not agree? Any sensible man will agree because the inputs which are given to him is such that he had to agree. But very few people were there कि भैया मत जाओ, इतना benefit नहीं है इसका, because you are away from international sea route. Hambantota is only 1 kilometer away from sea route, and Colombo is more near to international sea route than Vizhinjam. So who will use Vizhinjam when Colombo is there and Hambantota is going to be there? I don't know whether Hambantota has started working. So you have to have a special love for India to bring your ship here, or there has to be crowd in Colombo and Hambantota so that your ship is in midway. Okay, chalo bhaiya, let us go to Vizhinjam. This is the business which is going to take place in Vizhinjam, and it is known to everybody. That is why they have, on the project report, they have admitted that it is unviable. Otherwise, why there should be a viability gap funding? The moment you call viability gap funding and you put 500 crores or 50 crores for that, it shows that the project is not viable. That gap is to be funded continuously, maybe for 10 years or 18 years. And after 18 years, what is going to happen? I don't know, you, me, or Adani will be alive at that time. So after 18 years, making profit doesn't mean anything. 1 year, 2 year, okay, we can understand to make it break even. But 18 years is too long. And now already the project has not started. We have lost from 2011 to already 11 years have been lost. Project has not yet started. And after starting the project, you have to count 18 years. Arey, kab hone wala hai? Anyway, see, I know my opinion is unpopular. Okay. But I have to tell the truth.
Sir, I think we need to quickly wrap up, sir. I'll just take one or two questions and then we can wrap up because we are already beyond 1 hour. 1 hour is a psychological number for people who come to watch. Oh, I have to invest 1 hour. So let's just take quick questions, please. 2 or 3 questions maximum. Go ahead, sir. Neta Mafia wants to know, is this agitation in fear of Friends of Church losing the business of mineral-rich sand mining of titanium, rutile and other high-value minerals from Tamil Nadu and Kerala beaches?
I don't think so. It's all far-fetched argument, which you can establish through a convoluted route that there are forces working, etc. But prima facie, there is no evidence to believe this type of stories. Thank you.
Next question, please. Abhinav Bharat, Namaste PGurus community. Can Calcutta Quran petition be commissioned again? Yashasvi Bhava to PGurus community. I don't know what this is about. I think it is off topic. Go ahead, sir.
I know what it is about, but it has nothing to do with our topic.
Okay, yeah. The next question, please. Yeah, we will have with Mohandas ji off and on 2024 elections. BJP is not getting anything. We can tell you that for sure. Even if Tharoor leaves Thiruvananthapuram, BJP will not get that seat because there will be somebody else trying to do the same. What do you call that thing? Cross voting in in Kerala to make sure that BJP doesn't come. This is far too rooted. Literacy can work both ways. Ridhiman Agarwal, sir, what is the present status of Puzha Muthal Puzha Vare and what is the role of I&B Minister in the process?
I don't know what is the role of. I don't know what is the role of I&B Minister. I have been tweeting, begging with him to clear the film Puzha Muthal Puzha Vare. Now the producer has gone to Kerala High Court. It's almost 3 weeks now. I&B Ministry has not filed their counter affidavit to start the hearing. I think they are going to delay it further because they don't want the film to come out.
Okay, I think we are getting off topic now. So thank you so much, Mohandas ji. Let's stop the questions now. Let's wind up. Thank you so much, Mohandas ji. And I think what we told you is what we think is really happening on the topic. You know, there is a famous statement that M.K. Stalin did when he was in opposition. He said, "Arasiyal pannama aviyala pannuvom," meaning when avial is to be made, it pays better to do politics on it. Translated into English, it doesn't sound right. That's what it is.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. If not politics, what is that I am going to do? Making avial? No, yeah. I'm a politician. I'll bring politics everywhere. I'll take political mileage on every issue.
Every issue. So that's where we are. Unfortunately, I hope reason prevails and that this project reaches its logical conclusion. Thank you very much, sir. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.